So students, we are going to discuss chapter 3, new centers of power. Already we have discussed about the chapter 1 and 2, and I hope all of you have completed the work and have submitted also. In chapter 3, we'll discuss about the new centers of power. As per the syllabus we have to discuss.
एक्सक्यूज मैम
Yes, child.
मैम ये मैम कौन सी बुक का चैप्टर है मैम, बुक 1 या बुक 2 का?
Beta, book 1. This is book 1, World Politics, Contemporary World Politics, chapter 3. Because, listen, chapter 2 has been removed from the, chapter 3 has been removed from the syllabus. Okay, so it would be chapter 4 in your book under the title of Alternative Centers of Power. Yes, but as now CBSE has changed the title of the chapter. This is now new centers of power. Got it? So
ओके मैम, थैंक
it
यू
would
मैम.
be chapter 4 in your book. US hegemony has been removed. Got the chapter
ओके
now?
मैम.
Yes. Okay.
यस मैम.
Okay, so this is the new centers of power. In this chapter, we'll discuss first of all European Union. European Union. Then we'll discuss about the ASEAN. Then we'll talk of the BRICS. Along with all these organizations, we'll discuss about the different countries also. Among the countries, we'll discuss about China, Russia, Israel, and India. All these we'll discuss in this chapter. So first of all, we come on European Union. So we start the study now. In the European Union, all of us know the Second World War. When did the Second World War took place? Anyone? Yes. When did the Second
Yes, ma'am.
World War took place?
Ma'am, it's 1939 to 1945.
1939 to 1945. Very good. It came to an end in 1945. So, in 1945, World War II ended. It came to an end. Now, what happened? All of us know that the world had been divided into the two power blocks. One block was led by the USA, and it was known as the Western Alliance, and another block was known as the Soviet bloc, and it was led by the USSR. Okay. When World War II ended, what happened? The European economy had been ruined. European economy had been ruined. So just to revive the economy of Europe, America extended the help. USA extended financial support, we could say, financial support extended financial support to European countries for what? To revive their economy. To European countries so that they could revive the economy. Okay. This extended financial support, this massive financial help came under the banner of Marshall Plan in 1948. So, in 1948. Okay, massive, we could say massive financial help under the banner of this massive financial help came under the banner of Marshall Plan. It was known as the Marshall Plan. Marshall Plan. This This was the time when President Truman signed the Economic Recovery Act of 1948, and it came to be known as Marshall Plan to provide economic assistance to restore the economic infrastructure of the post-war Europe. Okay, so for this purpose, in the same year, in 1948, first of all, OEEC, OEEC. All these are yours. One marker, please learn. OEEC in 1948 was established. What is OEEC? This is organization.
Organization European
Organization for European
Economic Cooperation.
Economic Cooperation.
Well done. Organization for European
European Economic Cooperation.
European Economic Cooperation. Well done. So, what happened? First of all, in 1948, for the same purpose, OEEC, Organization for European Economic Cooperation, was established. Okay. In the same way, in 1957, on the same lines, in 1957, under the Treaty of Rome, EEC, European Economic Community, EEC, European Economic Community was set up. Under which treaty? Under the Treaty of Rome. This was established under the Treaty of Rome. Okay. So yes, all these processes acquired the political dimensions with the creation of European Parliament. All these political dimensions resulted in the creation of the European Parliament. After this, in 1992, in 1992, after the collapse of Soviet bloc, because Soviet bloc had been collapsed in 1991, and after the disintegration of the Soviet bloc, what happened? European Union came into existence. Okay, so European Union was the result of the collapse of Soviet bloc. Okay, and some East European countries which disintegrated from USSR, they wanted to join the EU. Okay, and European Union had changed from an economic union to an increasingly political one. Though it was created with the signing of Maastricht Treaty. Please keep remember, European Union was created under the
Maastricht Treaty.
Maastricht Treaty. European Union was the result of this treaty, in fact. Okay, so now we'll discuss about European Union. Like this was the evolution of European Union, how European Union came into existence. Okay, so from the end of the World War II, efforts were being made to establish any such kind of organization, any such kind of union. okay, which could relax the countries in the world, especially the European countries. So by making all these efforts one by one since 1945, what happened in 1992? Finally, European Union came into the existence under the Maastricht Treaty. Got it? So I'm just going to clear it all and we'll discuss now European Union. I hope the evaluation is clear to everyone. Yes? This is okay. European. Now we'll see European Union in major. So European Union had 28 member states. 28 member states with single economic market, and common law, for the member countries whosoever was the member of the European Union. In 2003, European Union tried to make the constitution for the European Union, but it failed. In 2003, EU, in short, I'm writing this EU. Please, all of you will keep remember. EU tried to make constitution for European Union, but efforts were failed. We have one cartoon on page number 53 on this. We'll discuss it later. So European Union had been failed here in 2003. One word always confused to the students. Sometimes they are confused with that of the Eurozone. What is the Eurozone and how Eurozone is different from the European Union? This question, many times students put up this question: what's the difference between the European Union and what is the Eurozone? Is this the part of European Union or not? So we would like to discuss this also. Basically, what is the Eurozone? So what happens? European Union, whatsoever we have discussed about European Union, that is the European Union. Now, inside the European Union, what happens? European Union has its own currency. What is the name of the currency of European Union? Which currency
Euro.
is? Yes?
Euro.
Very good. Euro is the currency of the European Union. Now what happened? Anyhow, Britain, UK, Denmark, Sweden, all these countries were scared of the dominance of euro all over the world over the dollar. They just thought, if all of us will adopt euro as their currency, so in those conditions the existence of the dollar, or it would pose a threat over the dollar. So they denied to use the currency of European Union. They resisted from using the euro. So what happened? Out of these 28 members, only 19 countries, 19 member states 19 member states of EU, they adopted euro as their currency. Okay, so these were the 19 member states, and 9 member states denied to use this. So these 19 member states who are using the euro currency, euro currency is the currency of the European Union. All these 19 member states are known as the Eurozone. Okay, and 9 countries have resisted themselves through Maastricht Treaty from using euro as currency, like Margaret Thatcher of UK, Denmark, and Sweden kept themselves out of the European market like this. Hence, this limits the ability of the European Union to act in the matters of foreign relations and defense. Got it, everyone? I hope the things are clear now. Eurozone and European Union. At
Yes, ma'am.
present, what happened in June 2016? June 2016, we heard one word, Brexit. What was this Brexit? Brexit means Britain plus exit. Brexit was created by adding up Britain and exit. Means Britain exited itself from the European Union. This incident is known as the Brexit. Anyhow, in June 2016, Britain declared that we want to join European Union anymore, and we would like to exit from the European Union. And this was approved by Queen Elizabeth II also. And finally, it took place in 29th March, on 29th March 2019. Okay. So what was the reason that the Britain decided to exit the European Union? What happened? European Union charges the membership fees from the member states, and every member state has the different fees to be charged. This is not uniform. It is charged as per the status of the country. So out of all these member states, number one, Britain had to pay the maximum membership fees to the European Union to remain there. Secondly, sooner or later, Britain realized that most of the funds of Britain, most of the funds of the England, or most of the money of the economy of England is being spent on the welfare of the other countries. They are not using every single penny for the welfare of their country, into the economy of their country. Most of the maximum portion is invested on the other countries of the European Union. So due to all these factors, gradually England decided, or Britain decided, to exit the European Union. I hope all of you have get the things. Now we'll discuss how did the European Union. All of us know, after in 1991, Soviet bloc had been collapsed. Soviet Union was disintegrated, and after the disintegration of the USSR, now only single power had been there, USA. So the chances were there that the US hegemony could be established all over the world now. But after the collapse of the USSR, okay, we could see the distribution of powers in form of all these kind of organizations also. European Union had been one among them. So now we'll discuss how did European Union pose a threat to the US hegemony. First of all, we'll see the flag of the European Union. All of you could see the flag here. Yes, yes, students.
You can see.
You can see the flag. This is the flag of the European Union.
UN flag.
Yes, all of you can see.
Yes, ma'am.
What could you see on the screen? How many stars are there? How many stars are there on the flag?
12. Ma'am, 12.
12 stars. Very good. These are the 12 stars because the number 12 is traditionally the symbol of perfection, completeness, and the unity. Okay, so the circle of gold star stands for solidarity and harmony between the peoples of Europe. Got it?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now we'll see how can European Union challenge the US hegemony? What were the reasons behind it? So we'll divide this into the three parts: economic reasons, political and diplomatic reasons, and the military reasons. So first of all, we'll see economic status of the European Union. We have already discussed that it follows a common currency euro, which is a potential threat to dollar. We discussed it in detail. Its economy is the biggest in the world. As per 2005 data, its GDP is more than $12 trillion. Next, its contribution of international trade is 3 times larger than the USA, and it has one of the most developed nations of the world community and important bloc in economic organizations such as WTO, World Trade Organizations. Most of the member states of the European Union are the developed countries of the world. Okay. Next, we come on the political and diplomatic. This is France and Britain. Now Britain is not the part of the European Union, but at that time Britain had been the part of the European Union, and France and Britain, these were the countries which had the permanent seat in the UN Security Council with veto power. Many non-permanent members of the UN Security Council, United Nations Security Council, are also the member of the European Union. European Union strongly believes in diplomatic and economic investments to resolve disputes rather than the use of force. They do not want to use the military or the force to resolve the issues among the member states. They always believe in the peaceful cooperation among the countries militarily. Now we'll talk on the grounds of military. On the grounds of military, the armed forces of the European Union are second largest in the world. Its total spending is second largest in the world. Britain and France have 550 nuclear weapons. Keep remember, Britain is not the member country of the European Union. Now, and this is the second largest in the world in the spheres of space and communications technology. So all these were the reasons which can pose a threat on the US hegemony in the world. Now next we'll discuss what are the constraints or limitations of the European Union. Number one, in many cases, its members have and their own foreign and defense policy conflicting with each other. It affects the unity of the European Union as a regional organization. What happens? Whatsoever the member states have been there, every member state follows one's own foreign policy and defense policy, which sometimes conflict with that of the policies of the European Union. So it affects the unity of the European Union as a regional organization sometimes. Secondly, we could take one example. What happened in case of Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003? UK Prime Minister Tony Blair supported the US-led action against Iraq, whereas Germany and France opposed it on the ground of humanity, that we cannot attack on any country like this. This is against the human rights. They protested. They opposed the action of the USA. Yes. Next, deep-seated Euroscepticism. Please, this would be SCEPTICISM. Okay, and what were these? The examples were UK Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher first kept themselves out of European market, and then it was followed by the Brexit. And Denmark and Sweden also resisted themselves under the Treaty of Maastricht Treaty. So all these were the reasons: economic, diplomatic, political and diplomatic, and the military reasons which could pose a threat on the US hegemony. Clear? Now here you could see one map. Older members of the European Union. You could see all these are in below. You can locate and label them in the world political map. You can do this. And new member states have been marked by orange. So please, all of you have to locate and label and paste the map in your notebook, please, in the fair notebook. Okay, so you could see in orange, we could see Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria. All these countries are there. Okay, and previously you could see the countries. UK had been the part, Belgium, Germany, Luxembourg, France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Sweden, Finland, Ireland, okay, Denmark, Netherlands. All these were the countries. So please locate and label a map. So all these were about the European Union. Yes, any confusion? Any question?
ये सारे लोकेट करने हैं मैप में?